Bruce. I'm fine with it. Let's
Yeah.
let's do this. It's time to start some rumors. Band of Belarus. Band of Belarus. Band of Belarus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the first story here. Get your clown noses, nerds. It's gonna get good. In reality, who we need to call for this? I need to call Graveyard because this is one of his favorite movies. So
get your spectral sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
A new report has surfaced claiming that the classic 80s horror film Killer Klowns from Outer Space might finally be getting a remake treatment. MGM is developing a new take on the cult horror comedy, and none other than Ryan Gosling is reportedly attached as a producer. Neither MGM nor Gosling's team has confirmed the project, so take this one with a big clown nose size grain of salt.
That's a big grain of salt.
Considering if you've ever seen the movie, it would make sense. Killer Klowns has exploded in popularity over the past decade. They've become a staple at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, scored their own video game, and spawned an army of collectibles, Funko Pops, T-shirts, and other nostalgia-fueled merchandise. So, tacos on the table. Will this remake happen, or is Ryan Gosling just clowning around?
Boo.
Tacos on the table.
He's just clown.
This is such a cult classic. I am not a fan of clowns, but I am a fan of this movie.
I don't like this one as much as I like the Tomatoes movie.
I would say that I do enjoy Attack of the Killer Tomatoes a lot better. I always mix that movie with Fried Green Tomatoes. Two completely opposite movies.
That is a hell
from outer space.
Hey, nobody's trying to remake
that's
Tomatoes.
A hell of a like, man, that's not.
Yeah,
not want to confuse those two.
Because they're such different movies. Like one's a drama and the other one is like the most outlandish, out there absurd horror movie.
This movie is why I'm afraid of clowns. Like Jaws is the reason why I'm afraid of like the ocean and sharks. This is why I'm afraid of circuses. These clowns were so scary but yet charming at the same time. Ugh. This movie gives me nightmares.
This movie,
not even just clowns, just circuses.
Yeah, no, this movie made a lot of kids afraid of clowns. Like this movie is the reason that there's a lot of clown trauma.
I'm afraid of clowns regardless, so
I can attest to that. We went to a very small regional kids park that had like roller coasters and stuff, and it was clown themed. The first time he'd ever been around clowns.
But
we did ride some rides, but he didn't want any clowns anywhere near him. And from this movie have gotten I went the opposite where I want to attack clowns because I assume all clowns are evil.
It's like Happy Gilmore. You're gonna die, clown.
Right. And so normally clowns run when they see me. So
God.
Let's keep you away from the Cirque du Soleil shows, okay?
So anyway, my brutally murdered, well made up tomato tacos are on the table.
I was gonna say a shout out to another friend of the show. If you go and listen to the episode of They Mostly Pot Out at Night, Salem. This is one of Salem's lowest rated movies of all time.
Wow.
He hated in a good way.
Something.
No, like a golf score, like when your golf score's low.
He absolutely hated this movie.
Whoa.
I bet he felt about this movie what I felt about Eyes Wide Shut.
He probably did.
Are there clowns in that movie? Screw that movie.
No. Well, Tom Cruise is in it.
That's clown enough.
I see where the joke went there. All right, well, let's move on. My tacos are on the table for this. I think it makes sense. I think Ryan Gosling was he's mentioned in the past that he was a big fan of the franchise. So I mean, it makes sense for him to go and produce and make another movie. I'm afraid, like I still want it to be like a shitty bad like low budget movie.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like updated shitty low budget movie.
Like Doctor Who, how they updated Doctor Who, but it still has kind of got that Doctor Who feel about it.
Yeah.
Like you've got to have the essence of the movie.
Yeah. Because I mean, what made this movie was that it was a terrible low budget movie.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move on to the next story here.
All right.
My tacos were on the table.
Oh, yes, tacos. So, is Finn going to threaten to shoot someone's loft cat? We haven't heard anything solid about Shawn Levy's Star Wars movie in a while, but now we might have an update. Jonathan Tropper, who's writing the project, recently told Screen Rant, "I'm excited too. I hope it's on the way sooner than you think." The movie is reportedly set after The Rise of Skywalker, which is relatively uncharted territory. One thing we know for sure is they haven't actually started shooting the movie yet, but there's a lot brewing behind the scenes. If Tropper's comments are any indication, they might hint at a 2027 or 2028 release. So, talk is on the table. Will Shawn Levy's Star Wars actually have a plan?
No.
I thought that was not Tropper but Trooper, and I thought that was hilarious.
Jonathan
And now
Trooper.
I realize it's Tropper, and I'm not as excited as I was.
He is a Tropper keeper.
A Tropper keeper. I'm all in. My Tropper keeper tacos are on the table.
I do believe, and my tacos are on the table. I do believe that they're going to fast track Shawn Levy just because he is, as far as Disney goes, he is gold when it comes to what he works on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he took a rated R concept that they thought was not going to perform well and killed it. So
Yeah.
I do believe he is going to surpass all expectations with this movie.
He's kind of got that outside of the box kind of, coming at it from a different angle kind of feel. Like, I feel like James Gunn did that a lot. They remind me of each other, even though they're totally different directors, but they have that kind of, I'm coming at this from a different angle view. Yeah. And I really enjoy that. So I think that he could do a really great job or a really horrible job. And you know what? I'm okay with either. I'm ready. My body is ready for this.
Okay.
Yeah, my tacos on the table. I think he's going to be able to pull this off. If anybody, the way he pulled Deadpool and Wolverine together and made it connect to the MCU, like, are you kidding me? Let this guy cook. This guy's gonna figure it out.
Speaking of cooking, my tacos, like Darth Maul, have been cut in half, but like Deadpool, of course, are regrowing themselves very slowly back to how they were.
Your tacos have mechanical spider legs for a season.
Yes.
Right?
Well, the leg part. So like, there's like two parts of it, and then there's a whole. Yeah, it's all anyway.
We don't.
A combo plate. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey Phil.
Yeah.
How are your tacos doing?
Oh, I was the first one to say it. I said my tacos are on the table.
Oh.
I just was checking in on your tacos, buddy.
Yeah, no, my tacos are good. My tacos are
We
delicious.
worry about your tacos.
Yeah.
You know what tacos I would love? Some Caesarian tacos.
Oh yes.
That's right. Is this the main man? Lobo? Oh my God, I love Lobo so much. All right, a new photo from the set of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, has been shared online, and it gives us another look at Millie Alcock suited up as the Girl of Steel alongside the mysterious character believed to be Jason Momoa's Lobo. He already said he's Lobo. He said it on Kimmel. He's really excited about it. He said he's been filming scenes. We all know this. That's freaking Jason Momoa. And that's Millie Alcock in that cute little Supergirl thing. But here's what I want to know. Is that a flashback or is it in the actual storyline?
Right.
Oh, wait. I have a tacos on the... Oh, I don't have a tacos on the table thing. Let me come up with one really quick. Okay. Tacos on the table. Will Lobo eat that tank that's on the screen?
Eat that tank. Is the main man gonna frag Supergirl?
Right. Will he say, "Bite me, fanboy"?
Bite me, fanboy. I can already hear him saying it.
Right. exactly.
There is another picture that, like, somebody like doctored one half of it, and then but like there's a picture of Momoa on a bike, and we assume, I mean, that's another reason I chose this picture, because this is the one that's actually like out there as a set leak.
Yeah.
But
and you can see her and him both. So I mean,
Right.
it's not, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I'm excited for this. Just because he fits Lobo so much more than he does Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
I think every person that was like when he first came into the DCEU, they were like, "Oh wow, oh I wonder who Jason Momoa is playing," and we were all like, "Lobo," and then they went Aquaman, and we went, "What?"
Yeah.
Right.
Like, he already looks like Lobo. Like, every version of that character, he looks like Lobo.
Yeah.
And he loves Lobo. Like,
Yeah.
he has all the Lobo comics. So, like, he's so much Lobo.
He's already Lobo without Lobo being Lobo. Like, he just like walks around and gives off Lobo energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him as
James.
Aquaman. I liked him as Aquaman.
No, I didn't dislike him as Aquaman. I'll give you that. I did like
I
kind
liked
of like the twist on the way they did Aquaman. I mean, why would you make a white guy? Sorry for all the white people out there. Why would you make a white guy the king of the sea? And then, like, how does it not make sense to make a Polynesian the king of the sea?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Or
Unless you're a young
No.
Alan Richson, and then maybe you can play Aquaman.
Alan Ritchson is Aquaman. Like, he looks like a comic book accurate Aquaman, but he also looks
Right.
like comic book
Yeah.
accurate every character.
Yeah.
here we go on the Alan Rickson as Batman thing again.
Yeah.
Alan
The point
Ritchson
is-
is Batman. He's Bruce Wayne.
Oh my
My
god.
soaking wet tacos have been called out of the sea. Soaking wet fish tacos have been called out of the sea, but are now turning into Lobo.
They're being cooked with intergalactic grenades.
That works. That was a better joke.
Yummy.
Ooh.
Friggin' fragging.
The-
Anyways, so let's go ahead and move on, unless anybody else has any
the Caesarian tacos.
Caesarian tacos. Does anybody else have any comments on Lobo here?
No, but you know what? I want me some champions. I mean, young Avengers. I mean, what? In the not so young Avengers rumors, Hailee Steinfeld has made a big splash as Kate Bishop in the Marvel series Hawkeye. And last time we saw her was the end credit scene of the Marvels when Miss Marvel set out to assemble a team of champions, and she sought out Bishop a la Nick Fury. Steinfeld commented on the rumor of her appearing in Avengers Doomsday. I'm excited about the idea of continuing to grow with a character like Kate, especially in something as huge as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You get to go back to your family. You get to go back to that little home that then becomes part of this grander picture. I love that character, and I totally understand why she is so loved. Talk is on the table. Will we see Kate get her purple back in Doomsday?
Oh,
And James is gone.
we lost to James. All right. Well,
Lost James again.
I am 100% on board. No, I don't think she's going to be in Doomsday. I think that there's going to be filler in between, and she ends up in Secret Wars.
Oh yeah.
Just because there's so much going on in Doomsday, it wouldn't make sense to just kind of throw her in there.
Right. Unless this is a 4.5-hour movie.
I don't think it's going to be.
I hope not. My bladder cannot take it.
It's going to be Doomsday Part 1 and then Part 2.
No. I mean, that's what Secret Wars is supposed to be.
No, I know.
Yeah. Sack Deadpool saying she will 100% be in Secret Wars, and then
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's going to be in Secret Wars. That's that. There's no doubt about that.
I think so. I think we're gonna get a lot more of the younger heroes in Secret Wars.
Yeah, I think there's way too much going on in Doomsday for them to just kind of like waste Kate Bishop for Doomsday, like, thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're jumping on the Young Avengers just yet. I think Young Avengers are going to show up in
Champions.
Do that. I'm still calling them Young Avengers. That's
Champions.
okay. Champions
Man,
are
you
going to
played
show up
quickly.
in Secret Wars. The Young Avengers will be in Secret Wars.
Champions.
Yeah.
Apparently without Patriot though, which is weird to me.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to use Secret Wars as like a vehicle to get him in there.
That would make sense, just because like they somebody else was talking over the weekend and they were saying like, oh yeah, so this is the list that we that supposedly is supposed to be the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
And Patriot's name wasn't on there, and I was like, it makes no sense. Eli's already been introduced in the universe. Why would you not do Eli?
Well, I mean, maybe he'll come later. I don't know. I mean, who knows? There are a lot of younger heroes that they've been introducing, though. So who knows who we're going to get as the first incarnation, and then who's going to pop up later.
Right.
So we don't know. But I think she's coming back. I think she's going to be in Secret Wars. I don't think she'll be in Doomsday, though. So
yeah.
So I guess
my purple spandex tacos are on the table.
I was gonna say, I guess that puts the majority of us with the tacos off the table.
Yes.
Off the table because Doomsday.
Yeah. Doomsday.
I'm just gonna say my trick tacos are off the table.
Oh, there you go, trick tacos. Yeah. That was good. That was very succinct, small.
That was good.
You can do it. You could do that in every single one of them.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
Trick tacos that have he's just completely in love with.
That's Aman Vellani.
Oh no, I
you can be in love with both of them. It's fine.
I also like Hailee Steinfeld. It's fine.
All right, I'm gonna have to get off the stream here pretty soon if we're gonna keep talking about like two women at once. This is ridiculous.
Okay. Oh, it's way more than two.
Yeah.
Hot
Pakistani girl and hot and hot Filipino girl. It's perfect. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Speaking of hot girls.
Speaking of mean girls, will Matt need the services of Alias Investigations soon? Ever since the announcement that Daredevil was returning to the Disney Plus series Daredevil Born Again, there has been speculation about whether or not we would see the other Defenders from the Netflix series return, especially after it was revealed that John Barenthal's Frank Castle / Punisher would be appearing in the Charlie Cox-led show. Pretty sure it's Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio led, but okay, whatever. Both Krysten Ritter, who played Jessica Jones, and Mike Coulter, who played Luke Cage, have expressed their willingness to return, but have been adamant about not knowing if that was a real possibility. Now that this week is ushering in the season 1 finale, that's right, nerds. Daredevil Born Again season 1 finale. You can watch it after you watch this. Ritter has amped up rumors again that fans may be able to look forward to her return in season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. The chatter began when Ritter shared a photo of Daredevil actor Charlie Cox reading Ritter's recently released novel, Retreat. The caption in the photo reads, @Krysten Ritter, #nailed it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he just liked her nails.
I know, right?
While this doesn't prove anything except for the fact that Charlie Cox is a good friend, maybe it means they are also spending time together on the set of Daredevil Born Again season 2. Tacos on the table. Now, is David Tennant coming back or what?
I kind of need Purple Man in the MCU. That would be great.
Go ahead.
No tacos on the table because it's such a lie. Daredevil's blind. How is he reading a book? Gotcha.
Totally no, actually, okay. So you know how Daredevil would read a book is he can, because of his enhanced senses, he can actually feel the raised letters on the paper.
Okay, well there goes my joke. Thanks.
My blind tacos are on the table.
Your blind His tacos apparently can see. All right. Now my tacos are on the table. I know the fans have been clamoring for Krysten Ritter to come back. I know that a lot of Kevin Feige said that if this was successful, he wanted to bring Krysten Ritter back.
Well, definitely. And she's the perfect Jessica Jones, really.
She really is.
Yeah. My soaked in all the alcohol that has been destroyed in Alias Investigation tacos are on the table.
Okay.
I think we're good. Are we good?
I think we're good here.
All
right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to this last rumor here.
Mom, the jaws of Oblivion are opening again. After years of rumors and speculation that Bethesda was working on a remake of the landmark role-playing game, the first screenshots of this brand new version of The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion have been found as fans started digging around the developer's website ahead of a supposed release next week. Back in 2023, a Reddit user claimed to have info about an upcoming Oblivion remake. Later that year, a production roadmap for Bethesda linked during a Microsoft FTC trial, and it was mentioned an Oblivion remake. That was... oh, man, okay. In January, Kotaku was able to verify the game's existence with several sources, and it was reported in March that the RPG remake might arrive very soon via a surprise launch. Now the screenshots of the yet-to-be officially announced Oblivion remake have appeared online, and it seems that we are very, very close to this thing being released. It's believed the remake is being built in Unreal Engine 5 and will feature a reworked stamina system, better sneaking, improved blocking, a new archery system, and a spruced-up HUD. So, talk is on the table. Are Shawn Bean and Patrick Stewart gonna get a chance to die in the same game again?
100%, they are coming back to die in this. Shawn Bean is like, another property for me to die in. Let's go.
He's like, I think it's in his contract now.
Yeah, it's gotta
like,
be.
They have to pay him extra not to die in something.
I'm very excited about this. So I'm the resident Elder Scrolls nerd. So
or maybe
right, so
they
explain the game. Explain the game to me. Sounds like this is a big deal, but it's a remake.
It is a remake of I don't know, when did it come out? Like early 2000s.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls has been out forever.
Yeah, of the game right before Skyrim. So,
Skyrim.
You will play it at some point.
Or play ESO online.
Yeah.
So what does it mean when it's a remake? It's the same game, right?
I don't know.
So
probably.
Typically with remakes, they put it in a new game engine. So, you know, they already said they're putting it in Unreal 5. They will usually upgrade the graphics, and then a lot of times they'll do upgrades to either UI experience, so like, you know, like movement and camera and things like that. And they tend to update AI. So like a lot of times any characters that you fight and stuff like that, they'll update the engine so in that way.
Or like NPCs or something like that.
Yeah, the NPCs. They'll make it so it's more challenging. So like maybe they add in the Nemesis engine and these things like actually think independently on their own. You know, things like that.
That'd be very cool. Yeah.
If they added the Nemesis engine to it, it'd be over. Like, it would be
awesome.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I am just disappointed that this is coming out and Elder Scrolls 6 is not.
Elder Scrolls 6 is still in development. So I
I know, but it's been in development for how long now?
10 years.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Officially at 10 years this year.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it took 10 years to get Daredevil born again. There's still
I understand that.
I have no opinion on this.
I mean, my opinion is if Shawn Bean's in it, I guess he has to die, right?
And yes, both Shawn Bean and Patrick Stewart.
Here's what I want to know: can we kill Shawn Bean in this?
In a roundabout way, kind of.
Can we kill Patrick Stewart a la Wanda?
No.
Oh.
But you do watch him die in front of your eyes.
Is he the king?
Emperor, but you know.
Oh, because you know it's good to be the king.
What if Shawn Bean does it on purpose? Like he writes it into the contract. Like I have to die. I don't want to do all these sequels.
Right. You have to.
I want to die in the first movie or the first season.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if he survives a whole thing, you have to pay him more money. That's like new in this. He's like, what character?
I feel like they pay him extra. I feel like they pay him extra in order for him to die now that it's been a thing.
Yeah.
No.
And he get like he's just like, okay, well, yeah, no, I don't want a character that lives the entire way, so pay me extra, and I'll die off in the first season.
So anyway, point is, my tacos have become an avatar of Akatosh and are currently ascending off the table.
Oh, ascending.
They're ascending off the table.
Yes.
Wow.
So they're not on the table.
They were on the table, but now they're floating above it.
Oh,
Sack Deadpool saying, can someone name a TV show or a movie where Sean Bean hasn't died? I can name one. Yeah, I can name at least one.
I can name a game where he hasn't. It's Civilization 6, and it's because he's the narrator.
Snowpiercer. He doesn't die in
Oh,
Snowpiercer.
yeah.
How about this? That's a TV show. I can name a movie.
Oh,
doesn't he die in Snowpiercer?
No, he doesn't.
The Martian.
Yeah, I think it does.
That's a good
Oh, that's
point.
right. He doesn't die in the
Doesn't
Martian.
die in the Martian.
Because I was anxiety ridden the whole way
Just
through
the
that
whole
movie
time.
because I assumed he was going to die. And he was on Earth. So I was like,
Yeah.
something bad's going to happen.
It's
to Earth.
something like a rocket is going to fall on him or something.
Yeah.
He was in a room with a huge glass window. And I thought something was going to just throw itself through that window and just impale him. I mean, seriously.
Real quick. Did Sean Bean's Wilford die in Snowpiercer season 4, episode 7? The answer is yes. Sean Bean's Wilford died in Snowpiercer episode 4, or episode 7. Season
Yeah,
4.
but that's also like,
Womp womp.
wasn't that the last season of the show?
He
That
still
doesn't.
died.
He died.
He still died.
Yeah, but he survived the entire show, though.
Wilford
died.
and Leighton
Dies
worked
in
to capture and kill the grunts who tried to take down Snowpiercer's elevator. He died for an elevator.
Yeah, but Sean Bean usually dies in either the first episode or in the first season. He doesn't usually
Right.
last that long.
See, he tried it with Snowpiercer. He's like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll go a season or two.
He
He's
was
like,
still the villain.
Screw this.
He was still the villain in that show.
I'm
All
just saying, The Martian. The Martian
Martian.
still stands. He made it through that whole freaking movie.
That's right.
Thanks, Sean Bean, for giving me all that anxiety.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is
That was a great
it for
movie.
rumors. So let's jump into this, guys. It is now time for the download.